Hey everybody, hi. How's it going? So, welcome to Quilt Nerd. Things look a little weird. I mean, I have a green outline. Like, I know it. In fact, I have a picture of where I am right now and how I've set up this room. It might even sound a little echoey. I don't know. My camera didn't work the other day, and then suddenly my beautiful light that was gifted, the Amazon wish list that we have for the show, which I should talk about more and update. But beautiful people who support this show and who love this show have gifted this show things that it really needs through the Amazon wish list, and the light and the camera. I know that they're fine. I treat them very well. I'm very organized and careful, and I wrap things up and I travel with them carefully. But the light, I think, okay, the router won't connect with the light, but I'm at the Iowa Quilt Museum. I'm not gonna mess with the router. I'm not gonna go down there and fiddle with the WPAN settings. Like, I just can't do it. So I've got this, well, I'll show you. Here's what's going on with me right now. Okay, I'll just, this is where I am. Oh, nope, this is where I am. Do you see this? Do you see that? This is ridiculous. But this is where I'm sitting. I'm sitting at this. I'm looking at the laptop. I have taken lights from downstairs on the countertop of the display cases, and I've just like jerry-rigged as much light as possible in this room. And it's not the best, but it's what we can do, and we do it, you know? That's what we do because we love and because we care, and that's what we do. So, and I'm on my MacBook camera, and it's fine. And it's fine. It's totally fine. So let's get a better background, though. What do you say? Okay. So I am happy to be here, and I'm in Iowa, above the Iowa Quilt Museum, and I have had a wonderful trip. It's been really good. Like my mom and I kind of feel like if you're being authentic, you know, in your life, and you know, I don't know, it's just all I can say is when I am being authentic in my life, and I try to be that way, you know, you go through stuff. You know, because if you're being authentic, I feel like when I'm being authentic, I take risks, try things, you know, try to tell the truth, blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, over the course of my life, you know, my mom and I have been through stuff because we've been living authentically, right? And so you kind of, but I can tell you today, like my mom and I have never been closer. Honestly, honestly, we have had a really great trip, and I was going to stay through the end of the month, but I'm going to go home. But I'm leaving early. I'm leaving on early Tuesday morning because of stuff I have to get done in Chicago. But then I'll be back here next month. Yeah, I'll be back here next month for like another week because we're working on Quilt Folk Foundry quilts, and we're doing some cool projects. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that because, you know, Mom and I have been through a lot, and I think when you really love somebody and you're, I don't know, if you're going through something with somebody that you love, like, just keep the faith, you know? Honestly, I mean, I want to say that. I'm not some, like, I don't know. I'm not, don't take advice from me, but I'm just telling you that, like, here, you know, looking at 44, I'll be 44 next month. I've been through some stuff with my mom, and, like, we've never been better. But we just, you know, like, you know what, Kate?
Mothers and daughters, you know, mothers and daughters. And your mom had more than one, so.
She did. She had two other ones, and I'm a lot. You know, and she had two other ones. Oh my God. Cake, listen, Cake, this is Stephanie Cake. The show it's no show without Cake. And I mean, you know I mean that. I'm looking at you like this. Okay, you don't have to say anything. I don't want to make you feel weird, but I love you so much. You have a mom, and your mom watches the show sometimes. You don't have to like talk about your mom. Okay.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, my mom and I, we butt heads sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I love her so much I hate her, but
yeah.
It's at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I have my mom in my life because I know not everybody does. And
absolutely.
You know, it's one of those things, like, I think when she and I are kind of, like, giving each other the stink eye.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm so glad to hear that you and your mom have had a really great week. And, you know, it's exciting that you're working on the Foundry quilts, and you're probably, like, really jamming out to that stuff.
We are. We're sewing together, and that's that. And this show's called Quilt Nerd. We talk about quilts and, like, look at them and think about quilt culture and, like, just, like, all the history of, you know, it's like tonight we're going to really spend time in, like, the early 90s. And tonight's show, by the way, I told Robin and Steph and Susanna an hour tonight. We got to, because I'm leaving early and I want to go and play gin rummy with Mom and my stepdad Mark, who's amazing. They've been married 21 years or something like that. So anyway, so I'm really gonna try to keep it tight tonight. But what was I gonna say? We're sewing together and doing Foundry stuff. But I had a question for you, Kate. People, especially women of a certain age, turn into their mothers, right? I mean, I really do stuff like my mom. We're very, very different. She would be the first one to say it. Do you do things like your mom?
Yeah. I find myself doing things, and, you know, I think maybe it always happens for women who have kids. They will find themselves saying something where you're like, oh, shut my mouth. I just sounded like my mother or my grandmother, you know? And so, but I see, like, again, as you age, I think you start, even if you think totally differently from your mother, you're very different, because my mom and I could not be more different, but we're so alike in so many ways.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you spend, just watch out, because I've been spending time with my mom, and it's like, I think that's the thing. Don't spend too much time, because if you're worried about like becoming your mother, which hopefully it's a good thing ultimately, but like, you know, she's like, yes. And I did that the other day. I was like, yes. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, the lighting's weird tonight. I don't know. Maybe I look like a cartoon. I'll be lucky if I do, because it's a crack up. But anyway, who cares about tech? Cake's here and you're here. Robin is here. I think Suzanne is here. God bless these women. And these guys, Kenny, thank you so much. And our friends beyond the binary. We don't care. We don't care around here. We don't care. We love. And we talk about quilt culture, and we don't teach you how to make quilts, you know. That's like something me and Mom did recently for the Quilt Folk Workshop, and I did it for so many years. Oh my God, and Quilty and Fons and Porter and all that stuff. And these days I don't teach people so much how to make quilts. I learn how to make them more, and I talk about the context of them, you know, like why do they matter? Why do we care about them? And we don't just care about them because they're old and they're precious, you know. We care about them for those reasons, but also because they're art and humanity. And all I've ever really cared about is learning. Yeah, the only thing and like people, but I really like to learn stuff, and I like to write. And so the more that you look at and the more that you learn and read about, if you like to write things down, you better be looking at stuff, you know, and reading about stuff. And for a long time, I would like be making lectures or presentations or like working on things, and I would be looking at quilts, you know, like quilt history, and looking at videos and these old books. We're gonna look at a book tonight, and it's so interesting. It's from 1990. 1994. I went to high school in 93. You know, I was in high school, and like my mom was like doing her Fons and Porter thing, and my mom's this quilter, and she like built this business, and so quilts were all around me, but like I didn't really care. I was a sophomore. I was in love with Carrie Hollingsworth. Okay, I mean, I was in love with him, so I didn't care about quilts. But like today, you know, I look back and like, I don't know, I see what all that stuff sort of, what it contributed, right, to this story of women and of America and just like material culture. And I just love it so much, and I want to learn about it, because learning about it means that I can, like, I don't know, write about it and stuff. But anyway, I would look at all this stuff, and I was always looking at it by myself. And so I saw this journalist. There's this podcast I like, and this journalist was like, "Hey, you know, if you like this podcast, join me on Twitch. You know, I do this Twitch live stream, you know, once a week." And I was like, "Twitch? That's for gamers. Like, I don't have Twitch." And so then I got Twitch, and she was live streaming her research, and that's what she was doing, and she did it just like this. She had a green screen behind her, and she got little. We're gonna get small. Like this really soon, and she watched videos with people, and people were in the chat, and they were doing stuff, and I was like, I could do it. I could do that. I want to do that. I don't want to research by myself. I don't want to read these old books from 1994 by myself. I want to do it with other people. And so that was Quilt Nerd, and it's like 2 years ago, you know. And I don't do social media. And you know what's crazy? Like, I looked at my Instagram the other day. I mean, the last time I posted was when we were in New York, Cake, to go see the Folk Art Museum, and it was like the first time in months I'd ever posted. I don't know what my Instagram was, but like I think it was like 12,000, which is pathetic, apparently. But now it's like 8. Like I was like, I didn't even know. I mean, I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh, I think I've lost like Instagrams. And I know that like, so if I did it, Quilt Nerd would be different. But every time I try to go to it, and I'm like, just post something. Not about Quilt Nerd, just post something. I just want to go read books instead. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And we have this amazing community, and it is growing, but it grows very slowly, like really slowly. And so you have to you being me, like either you make peace with that, and make peace with, like, I love this community. I don't need to make peace with anything, but in terms of like it being like a revenue stream that's like, where I can buy bonbons and, champagne. No, but what do you really value? I value these people.
Yeah, I think that you have sort of settled, not settled.
No, I know what you mean. No, I think I use the same word.
You come around to quality and not quantity. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important, in a lot of things. And, social media is very, like, I'm bad at it too, And I feel like social media is very, it's fake. It's so curated.
It is, yeah.
And it looks messy when it's not curated, and it's stressful. And some people are really good at it, but some people aren't. But if you do like word of mouth and you stick things out that you do enjoy, mm-hmm. you attract quality.
Exactly.
And I think that, I'm knocking on wood here. Yeah. We've never really had a troll here. What other Twitch show can claim that?
I mean, and Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Like we do have, we're kind of still in the garden, because I know I was like, the show's going to be an hour, and it's going to be an hour, but it's going to be shorter than 2 hours. Let's put it that way. But we I don't know. We kind of like, I don't know. We have this community. We get together, and I've been feeling kind of blue lately. I'll be honest, and I was like, Quilt Nerd. I know it's parasocial. I know Cake. We've hung out several times now at this point. Jill Alexander, Susanna. Susanna and I were in Birmingham last year, about this time last year. Hanging out at the Birmingham Quilt Festival. I've met a number of you. The beautiful Marcia. Anyway. So I've met some of you, but most of you are parasocial relationships, and the more we live our lives online, the more real those relationships are. And you are my friends. And it's like, I'm feeling down. I'm feeling like, this is the place to be. This is the place, right? Anyway, so if you're new here, I hope that you will stay. And I hope you'll subscribe, because the truth is that the more people who subscribe, and this really is the to grow the channel is good. It is good, because the more, like, think about this, like Stephanie and I both need to go to Austin. We need to go to the Briscoe Center, which is at the University of Texas at Austin, because Joyce Gross, the very important quilt historian, did a lot of research. She did a lot of research on William Dunton and Bertha Mextroth, and Cake's working on a Dunton thing, and I'm working on this Mextroth thing, and we're really serious about it. It's like, it's real, and this stuff has come up on Quilt Nerd. But both of our research projects have really been birthed on this show. So fucking cool. Sorry. But we need to get down there and or over there, and that costs money. And what would be so amazing is if we could go to Austin, and meet up there and do our research. We could stream from there, But until, Cake ain't getting paid, and I will be perfectly frank, all of the subscription dollars that come in go direct. The office, the Wi-Fi, the gear, yeah. So, and that's beautiful, so amazing, But the more we get, right, Cake? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a terrible salesperson. I'm just trying to tell you, like it's cool if it would grow. It'd be great, but we do have this tight-knit community. Yeah.
The ultimate goal is that Ken Burns discovers Quilt Nerd.
Oh yeah.
And says, Mary, where have you been all my life? I want you just to be my muse, and I'm just gonna give you money and whatever, you do you.
That is an amazing idea. Okay, whether it's Ken Burns or some patron, what Michelangelo had a patron, the Medicis, right? Where are the Medicis? Are you a Medici? Do you want to fund the next generation of quilt researchers? Because I gotta tell you, I'm on the board of AQSG. Cake is presenting at AQSG, American Quilt Study Group. We're leading the charge, y'all. We are. You like this stuff? You want to help out? Show us the money. Okay, all right. So, but anyway, I guess I just wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to you. Sometimes, in fact, I was thinking tonight, let me get small. I was thinking tonight, and hello everybody. I'm not going to call the roll, because if I do, I gotta go forward. But I love you so much, and I saw people renewing. I think, babe, Babe renewed. Let me just say who renewed. Theodore coming in without me. He's like, oh, it's so hard not to say hi to everybody. Yakamo, thank you so much. You subscribed to tier 2. I have Randall. Oh my God, Randall, I love you so much. Randall, by the way, is in Iowa, and I know her, and I hung out with her a lot this week. And Randall does this thing, and it's so beautiful. She says, Mary, shoulders. And it means, because I'm like, and she's like, shoulders. I was sewing, and she was like, shoulders. And I was like this. But now it's just in general. It's like, Mary, you're stressed out, shoulders. Yeah. Jacom Jellies is here, and Bib's here. Oh, my God. Gamer Granny, thank you so much. And Babe. God bless you. And I'm seeing all my friends. It's so great. Yeah.
Hey, Mary, are you able to turn your volume up a little bit in this view? Because it seems like when you get small, your volume goes down.
Yes. Yeah. Is this better? Yeah. Better. I'm talking at the same level. Is that better? I think it should be. I just turned it up okay, good. Thank you so much. That's why we love cake. Grant applications. Oh, yes, Sherlock. Oh, I love that highlighted message. Batwax, subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. You've been subscribed for 2 months. You're on a 2-month streak. Batwax, I don't think I've said hi to you, officially, or I don't know. I love your name. There's a little champagne cork for you. I really appreciate your support, hugely. It means a lot, Okay, good. That looks like it's better. All right. So, let's see. Oh yeah, here. So I'm gonna try to cut out a little bit early for 2 reasons. Because number one, this lighting, man. Oh hey, Batwax. Oh, it's the first chat from Batwax. Okay, everybody put welcome baskets in the chat for Batwax. We like to celebrate new people, Batwax, yeah. There you go. Welcome baskets in the chat for you. And you don't have to. You can be a lurker. You can be a lurker. You don't ever have to chat, but when you do, we're gonna bombard you, with love, So tomorrow, every Sunday, every month, the last Sunday or the second to last Sunday, it depends on schedules, but toward the end of the month, tier 2 and tier 3 subscribers, and tier 2, by the way, is $9.99 a month. If you love Quilt Nerd and you're like, God, I really get a lot out of this show, I think it's worth $10 a month. You really love the show, and you're like, this is worth $25 a month. I watch this show twice a week, every week. It's really good. It really adds to my life. If you subscribe at those levels, you should be thanked in a big way. So the Sunday social happens once a month toward the end of the month. And tomorrow, because I'm in Iowa, my mom and I are going to do the Sunday social together. And tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, it's always at 11 a.m. Central unless something crazy is going on, but it's really consistent that it's 11 a.m. Central time. Tomorrow is going to be an AMA with Marianne. Ask me anything. You can ask Marianne anything. Yeah, exactly. There you go. We got it. Exactly. It's hold on. AMA. Ask Marianne anything. And so, by the way, and that is Marianne, and that is me. Yeah. I look, I don't know. I look how I feel sometimes, which is this. Like that. Okay. So anyway, so tomorrow at 11 a.m. So Robin, the beautiful, the talented Robin's Nest Creations. She is Our Lady of Subscriptions. Just look for her messages. If you were to upgrade or become a tier 2 or tier 3 subscriber, I think there's time, but the thing is it's a special private link tomorrow. So if we don't have your email, if you're tier 2 or tier 3, you got to email quiltnerdshow@gmail.com, quiltnerdshow@gmail.com, because that's how you get the link for tomorrow morning. So all the subscribers are just, God bless you. And so tomorrow we're going to do that together. For the Sunday social for tier 2 and tier 3. I just want, I'm going to come back to that. I don't know. So I made egg rolls, okay? For the first time in my life. This is why I like being home. I made egg rolls, and it was like I had been doing it my whole life. And I just wanted to show you this because I don't know. Because look at these things. I don't know. There was a point this morning when I was like, I just want to talk. I know. I was like, can we ever just do a stream where we just hang out? And it was like, the answer's no. Like, I guess, right? Because you're here for quilts, okay? Like, it's Quilt Nerd. It's not like hang out with Mary. But I got to tell you something. Look, quilts, who cares, right? Okay. But Mark was like, my stepdad, he's so amazing. He's like, Mary, I bought these egg roll wrappers. I just love it if you would make them. And it's like, he's so good to me, and he's so good to my mom, and I love him so much. So I was like, okay. And my mom is kind of picky. She's kind of a picky eater. But to be honest, I kind of am too. I don't like big chunks of vegetables. So when you make your own spring rolls, you can do it just how you want to do it. So I shaved everything like real thin, the cabbage, and I put some peppers and jalapenos in there, but real thin. And then it was like, because in New York City, I don't know if you've ever gotten, dumplings. Have you ever gotten like fresh dumplings? Yeah. Okay. In the East Village, there's Dumpling Man, and then yes, and the one place, the people who are making it, they got water, and they're like, well, they don't lick it, okay, but they're like dipping their finger in the water, right? Because you got to keep it wet to tie. Anyway, so I was thinking like, oh yeah, I got to keep these things.
Do we need to tell Mark that you licked your finger when you were making these?
Yeah. You know what? That's the special sauce. That's why it's so good. Yeah, but I mean, like, it just made sense, and so I was like tucking them, and I'm like, I've made burritos a million times. Like, this is kind of like that. So I was making them. And then I did burn myself and had a blister, but like, I got this big heavy pot, and I made them. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. I think I set this all up because I wanted to tell you that I gotta leave early tonight because I want to hang out with these people, right? And we played gin rummy, and I've been making ice cream too. Like, I've been making ice cream every day. Coffee, amaretto, anyway. I don't know. I want to hang out with you. All right. God, enough. All right. So here is, so the quilt behind me, this is where we begin every time we begin with a quilt. Okay. Right? Randall, you had some of that ice cream. You had the blackstrap praline. That, you know what? Listen, Stephanie Cake, Robin, and Susanna, if I could send you ice cream in the mail, you better believe I'd be sending it to y'all because, we got to talk about ice cream later, but we can't do that right now. God, I just like hanging out with you. That's the problem, making a short show. It never happens. Hey, Susan R. Michael. Okay, so we start with a quilt behind me. Every time it's always different. Here's what we got tonight. All right. So the Quilt Folk Foundry, it's going great. The project's going great. The workshop's going great. It's a good thing. We take old tops and old blocks, orphan blocks. We're not the first people to do this by any means. Oh my God. But we find, we find quilt tops, vintage quilt tops, mostly vintage, that haven't been finished. We finish them, we give them a home, We employ long armors and sewists and people to finish these things, pay people. It's great, it's a good thing. So early in the day, so quiltfolk.com, if you want to learn more about that, and you should take the workshop. It's good. There's not a lot of classes out there about how to do this stuff, how to finish these things, as far as I know. And my mom and I just released with Quilt Folk a really good workshop, about how to do that, or at least how to approach these projects. And I think that people love it. That's good. We haven't gotten any really mean comments or anything. People are happy, so that's good. Anyway, so quiltfolk.com for that. Anyway, so this was one of the early things I bought. I'm surprised I haven't talked to you about this, Stephanie. Have I? No, did I?
I remember, this looks familiar.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you showed me or if Jill, I think Jill also might have had, I don't know. There's been some ducks in my life at some point. Yeah. I used to hate these things so much when I was growing up because
Yeah.
Coming from a quilt family, these things are so popular.
Oh yes.
This kind of stuff.
Yes.
But it has grown on me so much.
Girl. But thank
you.
you.
I'm so nostalgic for it.
So I knew that I couldn't actually show this because, well, actually it's not doing too bad because the green is going to turn black, right? With the green screen. But so I took pictures. Okay. So what are we looking at? So early in the days, the reason this is here is because early in the days of buying things for the Quilt Folk Foundry, because I'm the creative director. Hey, M. Hicks. I was buying different things, learning about, what kind of tops and what kinds of blocks. And there was this particular store, and we get a lot of things through people now. Jill Alex, right? She's a quilt nerd, valued quilt nerd person in our community, and she's an antique and vintage quilt dealer. Yeah, and so we've gotten a lot of things from her. a local woman here. And anyway, I like those relationships, right? More than I like buying from eBay. But in the early days, we hadn't built those connections just yet. And so, or not as many of them as we have now. So I was buying some stuff from eBay, and like there was this, I had a coupon. I had a coupon. And it was this particular site, and it was like 20% off, you know. And this person, they had great tops and great blocks. And like, I could look back at the thing, but like, there were 4 of these for like $20. So when they arrived, I saw what they were. So these are pillow fronts. Cake's like, oh yeah, I know what this is. So, I mean, I've got them right here. I mean, these are so, now's the time when I really want to read the chat, right? Hey, Bridgewater. And I mean, these are pillow fronts. It's trapunto, right? Okay, let me show you this. See, I took pictures. Look, okay. So 3 of them have not been taken to this stage. So 3 of them are just the batting is there, right? So here we have the front. Okay. And you should know, by the way, well, first of all, this is one of my favorite fabrics of all time. This is a fabric of my youth. I mean, that's an 80s, like calico, that navy with the orange. Like, come on. I love it. I think it's so amazing. So see, this is the back of that.
My mom still makes stuff with that fabric.
You know what? I mean, you could do worse. You could do especially in the 1980s and 90s. But like, early on, I was trying to figure out what are we going to call these quilts for the Foundry, and I was like, we should call them people, you know, just like shoes, you know, like you go to look for shoes, and it's like the Cassandra, you know, the Janine, and I was like, oh, let's call them people names. And so when these came in, I was like, Marty. Just because sometimes, I gotta tell you, sometimes when I'm typing my name really fast on the computer, I'll type Marty instead of Mary. So it's my alter ego, Marty Fans. Anyway, Marty Fans. He wears like a green visor and smokes a cigar. Marty Fans. Anyway, so this is Marty. I don't think that you'll see this project in the Foundry, but so they've been hanging around, you know. But it's a really interesting project. I mean, this is very polyester batting. And this isn't, look, so, you know, they've cut the duck, and they've stuffed it in. So I would like, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to ask who amongst the viewers, and by the way, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I love it so much. Thank you so much. We do this show from Twitch because I just gotta be a rebel. It's literally why. Also because I do actually prefer Twitch's platform to YouTube because we don't have as many trolls, and it was built for live streaming. So it's great that you're watching on YouTube or Facebook if you are, but if you want to really participate in the polls and the subscriptions, come over to Twitch. Don't be afraid. Jeff Bezos owns it. So I'm going to do a poll. And so if you want to be in the poll, you got to come to Twitch. So the question is, have you done stuffed work or trapunto? Yes, no, I want to. So that's always yeah, okay, no, but I want to. So 5 minutes, I'll run this poll for 5 minutes. If you're over here on Twitch, you can vote for that, vote with that. And I'm curious, you know, who's done any stuffed work? It isn't a thing that's super popular right now. I mean, if you compare it to, I don't know, what, 1870 or something like that. I mean, you know, stuffed work was a thing. Certainly if you're in Italy at a certain time, stuffed work is a thing. But I mean, today you would not be like, oh, I just saw that the QuiltCon was just full of trapunto work. It was amazing. I'm taking a class, you know, from this person at festival on trapunto. It's like, as far as I know, it's not really a thing. But maybe Steph, have you seen stuffed work coming up? I'm not in the loop at this point in terms of like that.
You know, I don't know. I haven't been to a show in a while. I saw a couple of things the last time I was at QuiltCon that they had made some clever use of trapunto.
Oh, yeah.
I myself have actually done some, but not extensively. I have one piece I did that I stuffed some floral elements.
Why did you do it? What was it? Why did you?
It was Yeah, it was a white on white piece, and they were kind of like vines and leaves and flowery things, and I wanted them to pop.
Yeah.
And they were sort of serpentine, so I wanted it to sort of be snaky, and yeah. So.
Do you have a picture of this work?
I do.
Would you put it in Slack?
It's probably my Instagram.
I mean, if you put it in Slack, I'd pull it up if you want to. I mean, I'm putting you on the spot, but I mean, it'd be great to see it.
It's no problem.
I would love that. I would love that, and I will pull it up. And I gotta tell you, I mean, we love the podcast. Is this lighting like actually amazing? Should I just? Oh God, I don't know. But the podcasts are great with the stuff and the stuff and things, with the quilts, but. The live stream format, man, we get to look at this. It's like, Cake, Stephanie Cake made a thing with Trapunto. Want to see it? You do. Okay, great. Send it to me, Steph, and I'll put it on the screen. You got to admit, it's a good format, y'all. More people will do it. Maybe Quilt Nerd will be long gone by the time other people come up and say, oh, live streaming for quilt shows. Really the way to do it, but it won't matter because we were here. Okay, we were here together. Okay, hey Ivy, love the puffy for some elements. Agreed. Oh wait, no. Oh, you like it for your own stuff. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, so Word and Bird Nerd says we saw a Twitch stream the other day after Cake's show, and the people were sharing pictures from Discord in Twitch. Really? Interesting. Gamer Granny's like, I have enough on my plate. I'm not trying. Trapunto. Listen, I mean, you might be one day. Hey, Rebecca. Hold on. You might be gamer. You might be like, looking for inspiration, looking for something. At some point, you might be like, I don't want. Right now, you might be like, I don't want to try stuff. I've got enough to do in my studio. But then, the vision of Marty the duck will come back to you, and you'll say, wait a minute. My life is not complete. Gamer, which by the way, Gamer Granny, could there be any cooler name for one of our nerds? I mean, it's just great. I don't know, it's great. We have young moms, we have career women, we have those who are retired. We have all kinds of people here who watch the show, and Gamer Granny, your name makes me really happy. Okay, Cake, did you send it? You did. Oh my God, what? Okay, get ready for this.
It's been in a few galleries, and it's maybe a little bit of a prize winner.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it then? Okay, hang on. We're opening this right now. Okay, so I'm going to open this. Could you please talk about your work? Hold on.
So this one was actually part of a series. It's actually about mental health concerns, but I was also kind of exploring this whole white on white thing.
Wow.
And I needed to figure out the best way to bind this thing, and something said fur. So it's sort of an exploration of a lot of different things. I mean, some of it is the material I was using, and some of it is the technique. So I don't know what else to say about it.
Well, I mean,
Kitty Hannah, how do I have time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I figure it out. It just happens.
Wow. Oh, I don't want to talk. I'm not going to talk. Like, it's so amazing. If I say it's very
there are half square triangles in there, and it's all vintage fabric. So that was kind of the start of the project, and then words figure very heavily in my work. So the size it's probably about 20 by 20, 22 by 22. It's about the size of a very large quilt block. And the letters in the middle, I actually use, for a lot of embroidery, instead of hooping stuff, I use a stabilizer, and I draw directly on the stabilizer. And so that's probably, I think I traced this from a font. I probably shouldn't say that. It's probably a copyright infringement.
It's not. It's fair use. It's not, but yeah.
Yeah.
You
It is
can't.
very tactile.
Yeah.
So the tentacle things are like, they're sort of vines, they're leaves, vines. There's little silk like buds kind of in the I don't know, the armpit of the vine. What do you call it? Yeah, and it's like this just sense of like kind of something natural becoming very sneaky and yes, there's batting, but also just like cutting open the duck, cut open the back, to stuff those things. Yeah,
the quilting is amazing stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's beautiful. And you said it's a prize winner.
It is, yeah. From it was a needlework show in Virginia that I got.
Recently.
I can't remember what the prize was. It was before the pandemic, or right at the beginning of the pandemic. Okay. So, Kenny, yeah, that's also kind of a component. Like, I really wanted these things to be ambiguous. And yes, Baptist fan, because I do love me some Baptist fan.
I love it too. It's perfect. It's never not right, the Baptist fan quilt thing. Yeah, the quilt thing. It's wonderful. Yes, the subtlety. Like, it's stuff, like, seriously. It's beautiful. Where is this piece now?
At the moment, it's rolled up and sitting in a box on my ironing board.
It's beautiful. It's, yeah.
I'm looking for some better storage solutions for some of my pieces because some of them are getting big.
Well, and I mean, you've got this, the texture. I mean, this is really, fiber artwork, right? And it's like, I mean, the fur wool is pretty resilient, I suspect. But yeah, it ought to be.
I mean, it does need to be probably wrapped in some archival tissue and maybe stored better than the custom Chewy box that I.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, everybody. So it's 10 to 9. So here's what we're gonna do. I really have to cut the show short tonight. But I gotta tell you, hanging out with y'all, talking about stuff, it's great. It's important. And the thing is, like, this show can be whatever we want it to be. But I want to make sure that when you come to this show, you're learning something. We can just like shoot the breeze. But, I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know that I love these pillows. And I want to finish them, but I really do want to finish them. But will I? Like, no. And I don't think I'd have to get permission from Mike because we're not going to sell those in the Quilt Folk Foundry. I mean, I don't think. Should we? I don't think anyone would buy them. I don't know. Do you think? Come on.
The Marty quilt could be from like Foundry, Foundry After Dark.
Yeah.
Foundry Back Alley.
The B-sides. The Quilt Folk Foundry. B-sides. Yeah, exactly.
B-sides. Yeah, there you go.
I just think I want to just like pay Mike for them and finish them. I want them on my couch. Like, they just make me so happy. Anyway. Okay, so here's the deal, everybody. So this Ducks Unlimited, Randall. So, sorry, I ate a chip and it went down the wrong pipe. So this we've looked at this before. Let me move this over here. So downstairs right now, in the Iowa Quilt Museum, I kept showing you, and I'm not showing you the egg rolls again. I'm showing you this. So this is one of the quilts that is hanging right now in the exhibit that's downstairs, which is called Welcome Home. And Julie Silber, the great, she curated this show, and it's quilts from her collection. I believe they're all quilts from her collection, but I need to fact check that. Anyway, it's house blocks and schoolhouse blocks and things in every quilt, and it is magnificent. And in fact, I can tell you that the next Sunday Social, so if you subscribe at Tier 2 or Tier 3, next month in August, you'll see the show. I've decided like that's where this content will be. I will show you the whole show live on Sunday. Robin may know what date that Sunday Social is. If she doesn't, it's my fault, not hers. But if you subscribe at Tier 2 or Tier 3, I'll be here. I'll be back in Iowa. And I'll take you through the whole Iowa Quilt Museum show. Because it's really a valued thing when you subscribe at those levels. It makes a huge difference in the life of this show. And so I show you this because it's amazing, and I just like look at these blocks. You can tell if you make quilts, you can tell. You see the blocks, like these crazy blocks, like that. I shouldn't do that. Hold on. You can see, if you zoom out, you can see the blocks, right? Like look at the house block. The one house block in this quilt, it's the size of the other block. So the person who made this made these large, sort of improvisationally pieced, crazy blocks. And then there's this one house block in the quilt. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's so amazing. It's so good. I mean, Julie Silver has these wonderful quilts. And what's interesting is what came into the Quilt Folk Foundry is some of these crazy blocks, right? Not the, but similar blocks that are pieced in this particular way. Look at this fabric. What is that? Like, oh my God, like what a revelation. Like, it's so beautiful. I don't know how I'd use it. I don't know how anyone would use it. It's really something, but it's so cool. Anyway, so Julie Silver is somebody you should know because she's cool. And also because, so this is a picture of the Esprit headquarters. We've looked at this before, but it's been some time. This is the Esprit headquarters, Esprit clothing brand. It's now gone, I think. Doug and Susie Tompkins were the people who started Esprit, and it was a company out in California, San Francisco, I think, in that area. And Julie Silver was the director, the curator of the Doug and Susie Tompkins Esprit quilt collection. I'm sure she had a specific title. I don't think I'm being exactly accurate on that, but Julie was working with Doug and Susie Tompkins on their quilt collection, their Amish quilt collection. And she's got her name on a few books, and this is something that she did in her life, and she's done many other things, amazing things, and she has these wonderful quilts. But this is one thing that she did in her life, was that she worked on this project, and these are pictures that were published in the Quilt Digest. And you know what, Cake, I forgot that the Quilt Digest, that's another book that if people want these photographs, we have an Abe Books affiliate status on Quilt Nerd. And so I forget which one it is though, Cake. I don't, in the Quilt Digest, which is, anyway, Abe Books, you get all the books we use on the show are old and out of print, but you can buy them used on Abe Books. And if you use our link, the show gets a few dimes, and that's awesome. So I forget which Quilt Digest it is, but anyway, if you use our link to buy any book that you see on the show, it's cool. It really helps. So anyway, these pictures are taken of the Esprit corporate headquarters. Okay, I just saw Stephanie Cake like literally turn and go to her bookshelf. Like, it just makes me very happy. Like who cares about Instagram? I don't want to do Instagram. I want to do this show, and I'm watching Cake do this. She's like, I'm like, I don't know which book it's in. She's like, and then she's like, I just love it. It's so great. It's so much better. Okay. Instead of tagging something. Okay. So these pictures are of the Esprit headquarters in San Francisco, where, this is where people were working, and the Tompkinses put quilts on the walls. I mean, it's just great. It's so beautiful. And there are other pictures of this. Oh yeah. We haven't looked at these pictures in a while, but look at this. That there's a quilt on the wall. Oh yeah. Which one is that? There's a link for it. Is it 4?
Yeah, there is. Which one? They're not numbered well.
You know what? No, they are. It's hard to find. I think.
You know what? There's a library sticker right on the top.
Oh, great.
It's
great.
the one with the leaves. The one with the green leaves all over it.
Is it on the spine? It may be. I don't think it's in. It's not on the title. Okay, good.
It is on the spine.
Okay, good. It's not.
They put a sticker over it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is hard to find. It's not on the in the publication page.
It's the first one.
Okay, good. Oh, really? Okay. So this is a computer. It's fun. And this is a quilt. Anyway, so I'm showing you all this because the book that we're going to... Oh, look at this picture. Oh, my God. That is a good-looking corporate headquarters. I mean, are you kidding me? Did you see where... I mean, can I just point out? I'm going to. This is where I am. This is where I am. I'm looking at that ring light. That's where I am. Okay, but you know, no matter where you go, there you are. So I'll just pretend I'm in the Esprit headquarters in 1992 in San Francisco. It's totally fine. I still want to be doing what I'm doing, but I'm there. So the reason I bring it up is because the book that we're going to look at right now, and I'm going to try to take you through this. I mean, there's not too much to it, okay? There's not too much to this book in terms of what I can show you on the show and what we want to look at, and we want to look at fun things and pretty things. This is a book that I found downstairs. The Iowa Quilt Museum is such a great place, and they have a really big table full of books that you can have, for a donation. And I have so many books, and if you watch this show for any length of time, you also have a lot of books. And so I was like, I can't take any books home, but I'm going to go through this huge stacks and stacks of books that you can take for a donation and see if there's, see what I can see for the show the other day. And so I found this one, and this, yes, you can get it through an A-Books link, and it's called Make Room for Quilts. Kind of like Make Room for Ducklings, right? Or Make Way for Ducklings. And it's by Nancy J. Martin. Beautiful decorating ideas from Nancy Martin. Now, Kate, Nancy Martin, is that a person of consequence? Like I'm thinking of Nancy, somebody else, another Nancy.
I'm not sure. Nancy Martin, the name sounds familiar. I mean, my mom had tons of these books.
Yeah.
The Patchwork Place was like,
yes. Yeah.
Probably had just as many of those as I had Nancy Drew and Dr. Seuss, but
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. I can't remember who Nancy Martin is.
I don't know that it is a Nancy that we would know. I mean, I think we're thinking of other Nancys. There are other Nancys. Look, I'm cut off. Okay, it always happens.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm drawing a total blank on the Nancy in the sewing world.
Yeah.
She is Nancy Seaman.
Nancy Seaman, Nancy Bavor, Nancy. Yeah. Anyway.
Is that their name?
Nancy Seaman, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I guess it is Nancy Seaman. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, maybe we're thinking of another Martin too. But anyway, so Ivy's like, I have an aunt named Nancy Martin. There's a lot of Nancys. There's a lot of Martins. We're probably making, and this is Nancy J. Martin. Anyway, so this book is interesting. I mean, it's about decor. It's about quilts as decor. And beautiful decorating ideas, okay? And so what I did is I went through this book, and I picked out some really great images because this book's got some really good ones. And and what I think is true, and I don't know if it's bad or good, it's nothing. It's just what it is that there's very few books that were published at this time. It was published in 1994. Every book, it seems, sorry, let me put this a different way. Many of the books that I find about something other than how to make a quilt include patterns and directions. Like, I feel like the publishers were all, like almost all, like, we'll do this decor book, but we have to have patterns in the back. Otherwise, people aren't going to buy it. And it's like, okay, cool. Like maybe that was totally true, but this book has really, really great content. And then the second sort of, I guess the quarter of it is patterns. And it honestly, to me, this is my opinion, it lessens the content a little. Because it's like, it feels like an add-on. It feels like this book is not going to sell unless we also give you the template and the pattern for this book. And you know what? Maybe that's true. So cool. Like, sell books, But you know what I mean? It's good on its own. And I guess it wouldn't sell without it.
I'll be honest. These books were so prolific in the 80s and 90s.
Yes, true.
And again, and I mean, even today.
It's so true.
Again, no shade on anybody who's doing, like, books of patterns and stuff. Because people do want those, but I never realized that there were like whole quilt books that didn't have patterns. Like, they were about the quilt subject, the quilt history. Like, I didn't know that until I was many years old.
Same.
Right?
Listen. Yes, same. I mean, totally. The hot house, of like Fons and Porter. I mean, I had no idea there was a world of quilts beyond just like instructional stuff, and I liked quilts. I didn't realize that they were like, that it was this way to access, philosophy and art. I mean, really, it's that deep around here. Okay. So anyway, so here's what we've done. I've just selected some of these images for you. I mean, this book is it's really good. And do you need it? Must you have it in your collection? Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, you take the link, use the link. As a person who's done a lot of style photography for quilts with Quilty and then with Quilt Folk, I mean, style photography is hard. It really is hard. There was one time we did a style photography fail show. I felt really bad about it because it was like, ooh, look at these really bad quilts, really bad style shots of quilts. It seems sort of mean, but it's easy to do because quilts are not easy to drape and shoot.
And I think it's not fair to show a quilt in a non-flattering way.
Yeah.
Because there's so much work that people put into
I
it.
know.
It's really unfortunate if you don't have the light or the facility or whatever
Mm-hmm.
to so.
I mean, I was obsessed when I was doing Quilt Folk stuff to make the quilt look full. And sort of like there's like this way that you can, hey, Garnet Letters, thank you so much for subscribing. You've been subscribed for 4 months. I really appreciate you. Little champagne cork for you. I'm still looking at the wrong camera. Next week I'll be looking at the right one. Thank you so much. All my subscribers, thank you so much. It's easy. Yeah, it's hard to photograph quilts. But this, very well done. Also, whoever the location scout was, or whoever had the connections to the people who had the houses, well done. Check this out. So, it also too, I know I've been talking about subscriptions, but I should. When you subscribe to the show, like the office that I have in Chicago, there's not a printing limit and there's not like a scanner limit. I mean, they have this amazing big scanner. And so here in Iowa, I have this tiny one. And so I couldn't scan this picture very well. But in Chicago, I can. So like your support helps keep the lights on and keep the scanner big. So this isn't a great scan of this book because the book is bigger than the scanner. But I did it anyway because this is a great photograph and it really is tilted. Is that making you dizzy? I don't want to make you dizzy. Oh God, Anyway, I love this. And like quilts as tablecloths, I'm actually kind of down with it. I'm just all about like making something for all the people to use. You know what I mean? Like the more people who can use a thing that was made, that's better than just one person. So like, anyway, whatever. But like, this is this wine shot. Like it's nice, all of this wood. And so I copied that one. Oh, and this. So a lot of the stuff, like, it's interesting. In this book by Nancy J. Martin, a lot of the photographs are definitely like, they're packing quilts into these pictures. However, it works. Like a lot, it's busy. There's some pictures that look very, who directed, not When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, what were you going to say, Cake? I can see. I read you very well.
I was just going like, these quilts do not go together, but I love it.
Yes.
The thing at the top, is that like a rolled up quilt or is that like some kind of bolster cover?
No, I think it's a top. It's a top. Look, I wondered the same thing. You see, I think there's a lot of styling. This whole book is very heavily styled, and you'll see that more with the pictures that I pulled. But I mean, there are people here, whoever was working on this book.
I see. They wrapped the pillows in the quilt top.
Yep, they did. And this is awesome. I mean, this is a great shot. And the gold of the bed. So who directed, oh God, hold on. I was gonna look this up. Oh, by the way, view results. I didn't give you the results of the poll. Have you done stuffed work or trapunto? 57% of you, no, you have not. So over half of you have not done it. 23% have done it. And 20% of people said, no, I haven't done it, but I want to. And you know what I bet? I bet after they saw your piece, Stephanie Cake, I bet they would have voted differently. I'm serious. I think we saw that after the poll was closed, come to think of it. Yeah, interesting. Thank you for voting. So anyway, okay, the person who, oh God, it's,
Nora Ephron.
Yes.
Nancy
Yeah.
Myers.
Yes, Nancy Myers. Nancy Myers. Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it.
All right, Garnet Letters gets the Post-it note.
Oh my god. Garnet Letters. Garnet Letters. You knew it.
That's what I do. I invented Post-its.
God, Garnet, thank you. And there is, listen, trust me here. Hold on. Nancy Martin, comedian, stand-up. There is a woman who...
We have some intel. Nancy Martin
Yes.
was the president of that patchwork place.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, wait, Nancy Martin. Wait a minute. Who was the director?
Nancy Myers.
Nancy Myers. Oh.
Myers.
Nancy Myers, no wonder. Myers. Okay, yes, Nancy Myers. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there is a woman who is a comedian, and I need to give you her name. And she is a genius. And she does a bit about Nancy Myers comedy movie about the movies. Okay, just trust me, please. Okay, look here. Just this woman does the most incredible bits on Nancy Myers. Just trust me. And she did, there's a Netflix thing where she's like the best of 2022 comedians or something. Naomi Epirigan, genius. Please watch it, particularly if you are a woman. I just had to give her a shout out. She is amazing. And these interiors, the reason we're saying this is because they really look to me like Nancy Myers. Hold on. I'm skipping around, but because I got to get to something. Okay, yeah. No. Hold on. No. Okay, we're going back. Okay, sorry. There was a little teaser. A lot of the interiors in here look a little Nancy Myers-ish. It's kind of Harry Met Sally kind of, which is not Nancy Myers, but that kind of, like shabby chic but sexy. I don't know. So, I mean, this is a great interior. It's good.
It's not exactly shabby chic. It's like
right.
refined. It's like refined pioneer.
Yeah. Ooh, yes, it is refined. Yes.
Because I think somebody said that this might be Washington State, maybe, but I don't know. I just see this as like one of those like Colorado or even one of those places where they just have rustic buildings that are gigantic and filled with interesting things.
Yes. By the way, Zenfuria High. Zenfuria, you didn't know how to do the poll. Don't worry about it. Takes time. With Twitch, it's like posted at the top of the chat. If you're, it's okay. I barely know how to run them. I'm just glad you're here. Rebecca says, Nancy Martin wrote over 20 books on quilt making. She was the president. Okay, yeah, that's right. And Garnet, thank you, Rebecca. And Garnet Letter called this look coastal grandmother chic. I love it. So, I mean, here's the thing, which is crazy about this book, and it's so good. How many quilts do we count here? There's one on the wall. Oh, this is another shot of this. This is the same room. Look at that. So you've got one on the wall. Maybe this is a coverlet because I can see, it's a coverlet. It's not very quilted, but so you got one on the wall, one as like a bolster, one on the bed, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there's something with this like maximalist approach that totally works. It's like, don't mix prints unless you mix 7 of them. And then you have like a look, a look. L-E-W-K. Okay,
I think the point is they're kind of reproduction-y, and they're like all kind of that same era of the patterns that are being reproduced. So you could almost see this, in a pioneer house, the big stack of quilts, and
yes,
you could see Nancy just going in there and going, "I'm going to decorate with these. They're lovely."
I'm feeling like yes, exactly, like this here, that there. Kenny, you're so funny. Matronly is the word that comes to mind. True. Well, I mean, I get that, but how matronly is a quilt in the shower? This one is crazy. I was like, well, this is worth the whole like bug. And I'll donate to the Iowa Quilt Museum on Quilt Nerd's behalf, but I'm not taking this book home because I am running out of room. I scanned the good stuff. I'll make the donation, and I'm putting this book back into the donation pile. This is a quilt in the shower. First of all, let us appreciate the shower. God, I want to take a shower. And let me tell you, one of the coolest things I ever learned in my whole life. I read something. A woman said, she lived in New York City. Maybe it was a New York magazine. Not New Yorker, New York. And she said, like, my favorite room in the house is the bathroom. I love a shower. I love a bath. I love tile. I love a great wide sink. She said, like, I live in a New York apartment. Yeah. And it's, it's 800 square feet. And I had the money to redo everything. She's like, my bathroom's half the house. She's like, I have the most fabulous, like, bathroom, like, get ready. And she made her life the way she wanted to make it. She wanted a big bathroom with a tub and a shower and a big mirror and a thing. And she's like, I don't care about the kitchen. I live in New York City. I don't ever cook anything. Like, I want my bathroom to be amazing. And I always remembered that. I was like, hell yeah. Like, if you want an amazing bathroom, why do you have to have a small one? If you don't care about your whatever,
I'm hoping my husband will let me take out the kitchen and make my bathroom bigger, because frankly my bathroom's 3 feet by 4 feet. So
yeah, and I gotta
not put a quilt in there. It's too humid.
I mean, so ignoring the quilt, like, can I please shower with, like, ivy and wood? I wouldn't. You know what? This show wouldn't exist. This show wouldn't exist because I'd be in the shower. I'd be like, I mean, I just...
Mary would be doing the creepy hot tub twitch.
That's right. Quilt Nerd After Dark in the hot tub. Ridiculous. But, like, okay, I mean, and again, like I said, this book is highly stylized. Like, they've done a lot of, like, stuff that, like, you're not really going to live with this. I don't know if this is true or not. Personally, I kind of want this to be true. I want people to shower, but that is too close to the water. If it's a really hot shower, that stuff's going to get real mildewy. But you know what? If it gives you pleasure and that's how you use your quilt, I say go for it. Okay, that's a quilt in the shower. Never seen it before. Love it. This one is a lot, but I got to tell you, I mean, this photograph, and again, this is why we're grateful for the Chicago office, okay? Because I couldn't get rid of that line on the side, so just try to ignore it. And we're gonna have to go soon. Listen, we're gonna pick this up. Or maybe we'll do a rapid fire thing. I gotta go play gin rummy. I do. I have to go hang out with my parents, okay? So, but I want to appreciate this picture, because you may feel that it's dated a bit, but in a way, I think it's totally, I like it. What can I say? You might hate it, but compositionally and, like, yeah, maximalist, yes. But I don't know, I'm kind of into this. I don't know. Like, let's take it back. Like, to see it, like, too close up is weird, but I mean, there's something about this. The big hobby horse or whatever, maybe I could do without, but you're also looking at it in the foreground. I mean, if it was in the background, by the way, look at that quilt. Okay, like that's amazing. But you've got these amazing, look at this lamp. I don't know. I like this. I could get down with this. Again, highly stylized, but it's working. I feel like the people who worked on this book, they were good at what they did. They just were. Look at this. Look at that. That rug and that quilt, they want to be friends. It's like this lipstick red and that dusty rose. It works. And this seems very, like, Amish to me. I don't know. We are going to do rapid fire because we can't come back. When we come back to content, it feels wrong. This show has to be fresh. It has to be fresh, But that is a great color combination. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. It's beautiful. Okay, rapid fire. This is great. And in terms of stylization, like, like no one is going to wear this dress or use that chamber pot. Like, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not. You might.
That's not a chamber pot.
Is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, it's a basin, yeah.
A ewer and basin.
Sorry.
That's for washing your hands and your face, not your rear end.
Fine. Cake. You just spoiled all the fun. No, yeah, thank you very much. It is. It's for what, ablutions or something. But by the way, so this quilt is gorgeous. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, wow. That's totally Amish. That's like Pennsylvania. Come on, right? And then that
blue is amazing.
I know, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, you gotta appreciate these photo stylists, really, and like the location scouts and stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe Nancy Martin was like, my friends have this amazing house. I would like to do a book, and I would like to photograph quilts in there because it's so great. That's a great blue. Oh yeah. Oh wait, hold on. That one's complicated. Let's take a look. No, hang on. I'm coming back. Hold on. We'll look. Okay, this one and this one. Yeah. Oh yeah. So this one's great. I mean, that mission bed. It's like a mission bed but extra. Again, highly stylized. Look, they've got a quilt on the table, a quilt on the bed, a quilt on the chair. It's a lot, but it works. Compositionally, I think it works. And look out here. Look at that. Look at that lake. I mean, and this like pine or whatever it is. Wash basins, Auntie Sen, hi Auntie Sen. Wash basins were a thing in the 1990s. Interesting. See, that's what I feel like that Nancy Meyers, when Harry Met Sally.
And also the 1890s.
Yeah. That's her. Oh, what? Oh my God. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Why would you do that? No? Okay, good. Yeah, but look, I mean, out that window, that is the ocean. That's the ocean. I would take a nap in that room. That'd be cool. Oh, here, this one. This is a great shot. So here's what's crazy about this. I've never seen, hey, Sippy Mac. Okay, good night. Good night, Sippy. Yeah, I'm going to cut out pretty soon, I swear. Right, babe? Cakes. She's funny. She's funny. So this is the first picture I've ever seen of one of them Amish bar quilts on a bed. Right? I have never, ever seen one of those quilts anywhere but up on a wall or flat. Right? When I saw this, I was like, okay, shut the front door. And by the way, like, does that not look freaking awesome on that bed? It looks so good. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to,
No.
Yeah, not in a style shot or like anywhere. Yeah.
Never seen it. And this, again, like, I mean, this, I'm telling you, this is like Vogue wishes, right? I mean, that blue and white, chopping up the visual, and then that Drunkard's Path red under there, catching the red that's on the top of the bed. I live for this stuff, man. This is beautiful. And that spindle, like sort of spinning wheel bed frame. I mean, can we just appreciate the bed frame for a moment, please? Like, really? Someone made that? Like, I can't. Oh, and look, quilt show posters, like on the walls. It's fabulous. I think I do have to take this book home. I mean, this is really, really cool. To see that quilt on a bed is very powerful. In my opinion. And then this is one of the pictures that obviously reminded me of the Esprit stuff. I mean, they've got rafters and they're using them. Is this like ruching on one of their, like, have they done like yarn activism? What is going on here? I don't know. That's a covered, I don't know what that is. Anyway.
I wonder if it's like some kind of electrical conduit or something and they covered it up.
It could be. And yeah, that's probably good. But I mean, these colors and those beams. Okay, here, I think what I'm deciding is when I make enough money, I will give an architect pictures of like the Esprit offices. Seriously, like, I'm feeling this aesthetic. Like, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it. Does anybody out there, I should do another poll. Who has a house like this? Yvonne! Yvonne, have you been in here? I don't think so. You got to watch this show. This episode, we've been having a really good time. We really have. We really have. There's a lot of fun stuff. We've just been kind of shooting the breeze, but also it's real grounded. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And we're living for this aesthetic in this particular book, which is this book, Make Room for Quilts, from 1994. This is interesting. I mean, the bunting, I'm not sure, but I just want to live in this room. What is this, like, atrium? God. Replay, gang. Replay, gang. Hey, Mama Llama. I love it. Okay, Word and Bernard's like, no, I'm not into it. Yeah, it is a little much, but I just want that window, okay?
There's a lot of furniture in here.
You know what? There's too much furniture. I'm with you.
Like a big, one of those big L-shaped couches.
Yeah,
giant ones, and like less little stuff. I think.
Yeah, and like an iPad. Like let's bring it into reality. Like my iPad and like an L. I'm completely serious. Like it is a lot. The bunting, I'm oppressed. Yeah, I agree. I'm not into it. But again, the bones of the house. Like, and yeah, they're highly stylizing this. You know, it's a book about quilts and decor, so they're like heavy, you know, leaning into that. But I mean, some of this, Yvonne, I don't know if you saw this one, but for you, my friend, like you must see this. Like this is an Amish quilt that I don't think anybody watching this show, maybe I'm wrong. If you're not a lurker, please speak up. Never seen one of these Amish bar quilts on a bed, and it's fucking awesome. It looks so cool. So this is why we look at the dusty books. We look at the dusty books and we enjoy them. I love this color combo. Anyway, replay gang. Ivana, I'm cutting out early. I got to cut out early because we got the Sunday social tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ask Mom Anything. Mom's going to be here and you can ask her anything. And I mean, she'll answer. If I give her a mimosa, she'll really answer. Should I do that? I don't know. She's not really that's not her thing. But it would be interesting.
Get Marianne drunk and then we'll get the real tea.
I mean, look. I don't know. You really, Ivana? I would like to see that. You know what we should do? How did the poll come out? Oh. The poll came out. So Earth Girl, the poll came out that 57% of people had never done any trapunto. They'd never done any stuff like that. And 20% wanted to try it, but a few people had. Yeah, a few people had tried it, 20-something%. Yeah.
And just because I see Robin is saying it in the chat,
yeah.
I will reiterate that the Sunday social for T2 and 3 is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. I think there would have been a little confusion with local times. Twitch plays with our minds.
You know, it's no one's fault. Like all of it, like there's 4 people who care about getting everything right, and it is. There's a ghost in the machine sometimes. I swear, we're smart and we don't understand sometimes.
Yeah, if any one of us goes in and touches the schedule, just so you guys know, it reverts to our local time. And so Robin may have, in sending out some information, may have snagged the wrong local time. So it is 11 a.m. Central Time. So those of you on the West Coast don't have to get up at the crack of dawn.
Man. Thank you for that, Cake and Robin and Susanna and everybody. 11 a.m. Central. Mom's going to be here to ask me anything. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing giveaways to tier 2 and tier 3ers. I've got this patchwork. I brought it with me, and so I can even mail it from here, from Iowa. And if you won the giveaway, and we'll do the July giveaway on Tuesday, probably, Cake. I think that's Tuesday or Saturday. I think we would even be able to do it. But if you're a subscriber, you get entered in the giveaway. But I still need addresses, actually, for a couple of the people who've gotten the giveaway in the past couple months. So I know it's crazy, but make sure quiltnerdshow@gmail.com. Just email your address, quiltnerdshow@gmail.com. And if you're a tier 2 or tier 3 subscriber, make sure you do it. Otherwise, you can't get that link. You can't take the L, man. You got to take the L. You got to take the link. So quiltnerdshow@gmail.com. And I love hanging out with y'all. I tried to do it in an hour. I did it an hour and a half. Things pretty good. Got to go play gin rummy with my mom and my stepdad. I love y'all so much. I love you so much. Stephanie Cake, I love you so much. Okay. And I'm going to sign off.
Mary.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Take care, everybody. Sorry about the weird lighting. You're the best. Okay. Bye.